Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. So imagine finding out you're quietly bleeding like 40 grand a year in profits. And it's not because the economy took a hit, but just because one of your foremen has handwriting that looks like a doctor's prescription.
Yeah, it happens every single day. So today on Time Well Spent, our mission is to really figure out how to scale a trades business without losing total control. We're drawing on some pretty incredible insights from a recent LaborSync blog article that really dissects the mechanics of growth.
Right, because, you probably started your company because you're exceptionally good at framing or plumbing or just running a really tight crew. But going from 3 guys in a single truck to, say, 30 workers spread across a county, that means you suddenly have a massive mountain of data to manage.
Exactly. And if your operational data is living on, like, coffee-stained napkins,
Right, or just entirely inside the heads of 3 different supervisors.
yeah, then your business foundation is incredibly fragile. You're essentially trying to balance this complex financial spreadsheet on a house of cards.
I always kind of picture it like a leaky faucet, like
Yeah.
when you only have a 5-person crew, a 10-minute rounding error on a manual time card is just a drip.
It's just annoying.
Right, it's annoying, but you just put a bucket under it. But when you hit 50 workers, that exact same 10-minute drip completely floods your financial house.
Yeah.
You're suddenly eating hundreds of untracked hours.
And the blog article actually calls that flood the chaos tax.
Oh, the chaos tax. I like that.
Yeah, it's this hidden compounding cost of telling yourself, well, we'll fix our systems later. But the longer you wait, the more that tax just eats into your margins. And it's not just a financial hit either.
No, it actually bleeds into operations and it just ruins team morale. Because without a real digital source of truth, payroll turns into this, tense weekly negotiation.
Think about that scenario. A worker says they were on site at 7.0 A, but the supervisor's scribbled paper log says 7.3.
Oh, man, yeah.
That back and forth drains trust instantly. Your best people show up and work hard because they trust you to take care of them. If payday is a battle, they just walk.
Plus, on the management side, you run into what I always call the Where's Waldo problem. Like if you're making 5 different phone calls on a Tuesday morning just to locate where your framing crew went, you don't actually have a management system. You just have a very expensive phone habit.
Which keeps you completely reactive. You're so busy chasing the loud problems, like missing crews, that you completely ignore the quiet, expensive problems, like terrible routing between job sites.
But hold on, if the solution is putting GPS-stamped dashboards on everyone's phones, I have to push back a bit.
Sure.
In the real world, guys hate feeling micromanaged. Won't half the crew just threaten to quit because they feel like Big Brother is watching their every move?
It's absolutely a valid fear, and honestly, you will hear some grumbling at first. But the reality is, and the article points this out, it's not about surveillance, it's about clarity.
Okay, how so?
A GPS stamp actually protects the worker. It stops those payroll arguments instantly because the evidence is totally neutral. They get paid for exactly what they worked.
So it serves as this objective third party.
Precisely. But here is the catch. You can't just slap this technology over a broken process.
Right.
If you force software onto an operational mess, you just create what they call a faster mess.
Yeah.
You really have to fix the foundation first.
So if we're mid-flight, trying to run a business today, how do we actually swap out that house of cards for a steel framework without grounding the whole company?
Well, you have to stop the heaviest bleeding first. That means killing paper time cards today. Period.
Just immediately.
Yeah, it is the single biggest source of revenue leakage because, honestly, human memory is just terrible at tracking exact minutes.
Okay, so paper is gone. But what about the communication side? Because if we kill paper, but I'm still using 5 different group text chains to assign jobs, data is definitely still falling through the cracks.
Exactly. Which is why the second step is centralizing communication. You have to move away from scattered texts and put job-specific notes into a single platform. And then trust your labor reports over your gut feelings.
Because your gut might say a job was profitable just because you finished early.
Right, but the labor report might show you pay way too much overtime to actually get it done.
The data doesn't lie. And I imagine you don't have to roll all of this out flawlessly on day one, right?
Not at all. Choose progress over perfection. You just start simply by getting everyone used to digital time tracking. And once that habit is built, then you can turn on the more advanced features, like geofencing.
And when you build that steel framework, you achieve what the article calls frictionless growth. When you hire a new worker, they don't have to navigate your operational chaos. They just Download an app, clock in, and seamlessly fit right into the machine.
Because a solid foundation isn't a luxury you build when you finally have some free time. It's the very mechanism that gives you your time back. So here's a question to chew on this week. If you magically doubled your business tomorrow, would your profits actually double? Or would your current tracking headaches simply multiply and push you straight into the red?
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.